Today, on the Howard Dare channel, I talk about how women and feminists are ruining YouTube.
Wow. This guy really cut to the chase on what he thinks of women. Most of these guys hide behind a veneer of egalitarianism, where they talk about real feminism and real equality versus third-wave feminism. But nope, this guy skipped the dog whistle and went straight for how he really feels about women. This guy said what every anti-feminist secretly thinks of women when they make their videos attacking teenage girls calmly talking to a camera.
Hello, MGTOW. Hello, man. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, it's that time again. Yes, time to enjoy another Howard Dare video. Have a cup of coffee, something to smoke. Enjoy yourself. Whatever you like.
I'm gonna need a stiff drink after this. No wonder War Corpse and Dr. Random or Cam drink all the time. Being angry at women 24/7, 365 days a year has to be exhausting.
Now, I want to talk about how women and feminists are ruining YouTube. Now, before I get started, let me just ask everybody to please go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell next to it and accept the email notifications, because I don't know what else to do now that YouTube is essentially shutting down any message that doesn't praise the women and the feminists and the social justice warriors.
Or maybe it's just that your content is shit and people get bored seeing the same video 50 times, so you rely on a constant influx of new subscribers to stay afloat.
Or rather, the advertisement is coming out of it. So no money is being made here at all. Now it's just about getting the message out to you guys. And it's costing money. And I want to try to figure out a way to, to make it pay, right? This is a good lesson in life. Do the good things in, your life and then make them profitable.
So you're doing this for the money then? Color me not surprised. Just like every other right-wing anti-feminist obsessed with winning the culture war, you're crying about not making money. It's not like sitting down and whining about the left costs any money to produce. So, if you're not having fun doing this, and you need money as a motivator, then you should maybe either do something you enjoy, or if all you care about is views and AdSense, make videos unboxing fidget spinners or something.
Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. How women and feminists are ruining YouTube. Now, this really is a question of sensibilities. Because if you want to consider what really happened with the adpocalypse, with all the advertisers leaving YouTube, or at least, and then YouTube having to limit, where they're running their advertisement, it was really a clash between the sensibilities of the feminists, the globalists, the leftists, the social justice warriors, and the attention of the world. In other words, the people of YouTube like a particular type of content.
You conservatives love to pretend it's only affecting the right. Nope, Cat Black, Ash Hardell, Marina Shut Up, and many of us on the left have been hurt by the demonetization. In fact, there was a huge stink about LGBTQ+ videos getting age restricted because apparently learning that gay people exist is somehow considered inappropriate to kids. Like I said, if it's about the money, just upload the most harmless, inoffensive, mundane stuff you can imagine. One of the most viewed videos on YouTube is a video of the nursery rhyme, The Wheels on the Bus. There's more to YouTube outside your little Donald Trump-loving, Make America Great Again bubble. Explore it a bit.
Truthful, honest, direct, unfiltered, uncensored, willing to offend some people in order to give the message that other people are interested in. Not the most bland, market-researched, mass appeal type of content, but rather the true feelings of individuals, and then letting the viewer decide what's credible and what's not, as opposed to just some retarded canned presentation, that's designed to trick you into believing whatever it is they're trying to say. In other words, it's the difference between dealing with two salesmen, right? One that is basically telling you the truth about the product and the service and, the cost, and another one that's just reading a script that's just bullshitting you, and you know it, or rather, you suspect it.
Because your videos are free to produce, nothing's stopping you, right? People can still find your channel and decide, gee, This guy sounds swell. He hates women, and I do too. Let's make America great again, and turn the clock back to the 50s. And subscribe. Many of us on the left, as I said before, are hurt by this. We just don't whine about it in every single video.
And that's the difference between alternate media and legacy media. So legacy media is losing its grip on everything because it's centralized, it's authoritative, it's top down, and it's losing out to the internet, to peer-to-peer networks, to open source information. In other words, you have access to all the information. You can watch whatever thing you want from anyone you want with any opinion, that they want to have, as opposed to this accepted, contrived, manipulated narrative designed to have the greatest appeal to the most people.
Oh god, another Orwell conspiracy theorist. Will you just fucking get to the point already and talk about how you think them women folk destroy civilizations and shouldn't vote or whatever you're going to say?
I was interested in a controversial subject because it's important in this day and age, and that is women within Islam. How Islam treats women, right? So I went to the greatest source of information in the world, our Delphi Oracle of the modern age, which is, of course, Wikipedia. And I was reading, what it had to say about women within Islam. And it sugar-coated everything. You know what I mean? It could only say the good things. That's it. It was showing these beautiful pictures with all these beautiful, women in their beautiful traditional Muslim garb, and the children and things like that. And it was like, wait a minute, you're not giving any of the bad side here, right? And I realized that the people, Wikipedia, they didn't want to offend anybody, right? It's not like they're bad people or liars or anything like that. They just didn't want to offend anybody.
Wikipedia is not news. Its job isn't to report on atrocities that happen to women in different countries. I'm not getting your point here. This is just some InfoWars Paul Joseph Watson level conspiracy stuff by a guy who doesn't understand how Wikipedia works.
So they're just going to show these nice pictures, and they're just going to talk about it from this positive point of view, right? But none of the, horrible mistreatment, none of the abuse, none of the just authoritative, destructive, behavior, none of it could be mentioned. So if you were to read that article in and of itself, you would think that this is the most progressive, the greatest, the most open-minded religion in the world. And, it's complete bullshit. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you think YouTube is hiding atrocities or something? I see plenty of videos highlighting the horrible treatment of women in the Middle East. Or are you saying YouTube hides anti-feminist content? If so, I have only one response to that.
Oh wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
It's literally impossible to find feminist content on YouTube without wading through hundreds, if not thousands of wrecked feminist videos channels. The site is oversaturated with your kind of content, like it used to be with gaming channels a few years ago. Every week there's a new animal avatar like Critical Camel, Analytical Aardvark, some guy in a Deadpool costume that sounds like he's filleting his mic, Skeptical Shitpile, Tautological Tapeworm, and Sinatra Says. Some guy hiding behind Frank Sinatra as his avatar. Yet, feminist videos are buried by this avalanche of shit.
It's just like, we don't want to offend any advertisers. Don't say that. It's like, but you're lying. You're leaving out 50% of what's going on here. More. And it's like, yeah, but we don't want to offend anybody. So there it is, right? I mean, that's what happened to YouTube. Somebody with the sensibilities of essentially a woman and a feminist that is so easily offended that would just basically retreat into, their home and just want to live in their home forever. Just this complete female need for security and emotional comfort.
Okay, so now we're finally getting to the part where you talk about why you hate women being on YouTube. Women somehow ruined YouTube, even though female content creators are hurt by this. In fact, Roaming Millennial tweets constantly about her videos getting demonetized because of her pushing her far-right agenda. Cut the crap and quit playing the victim, you whiny little man baby, and realize you're failing because you're in an oversaturated market.
But that's not what made YouTube great. right? It was this diversity of opinions. It was this expression, this free expression. It was the flowering of freedom of speech and creativity. But now, if that offends a group of women with an IQ of about between 85 and 90, it's got to be shut down.
Yeah, because only manly men watch manly men activities, like some dude bashing a beer bottle over another guy's head.
Uno más.
Hold on.
Uno más, señor.
Or you want to alternate? Oh, shit.
Real intellectually stimulating content.
So the message is now is that puppies and kittens are great, and that putting on makeup is like being an artist.
As opposed to the endless array of Minecraft and Call of Duty channels, right? Those are real original. Only millions of them exist. And nice job shitting on men who make videos of their dogs and cats or putting on makeup, you misogynist piece of shit. Not only are you a sexist bigot, but you prove that men's rights activism is all about shitting on women. That's why you all laughed and made jokes about a feminist being murdered by another feminist. Because the loss of human life is so funny when it involves people on the other side of the culture war, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a video, I was thinking about doing the video on how women are treated in Islam, right? But Wikipedia wasn't going to give me any great information.
If you really want to make the video, try doing some research outside of Wikipedia. You know how to use Google, right? Hell, just by typing in Wikipedia treatment of women in Islam, I found a bunch of articles. Try here. But no, you're just virtue signaling. You don't give a flying fuck about women anywhere, except for the fact that it's brown people doing it.
So maybe I'll do a video on great female artists throughout history. Right? Except, there's nobody to put in it. And that would offend. You know what I mean? That sensibility, that truth offends.
No female artists? Are you fucking kidding me? I know MGTOW are collectively dumber than a box of rocks, but this guy takes the cake. Wikipedia has many articles on women artists. Just fucking type female artists into Google. But that requires too much effort. You need to be spoon-fed information, otherwise it doesn't exist. Of course, you really don't believe this. You just wanted an opening to shit on women, even if it made you look like a buffoon. However, there would be even more female artists if it weren't for oppression. You know, that thing you think is the natural order of things. If it were up to you, I bet all female-made art would be destroyed.
How about great women leaders throughout history? I would have to make it up. I would have to, color it from this other point of view. So we can't even tell the truth anymore.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
As individuals, we can't even express ourselves without, being punished for it. So if I make a video on hair extensions and how to put on your makeup, because it's cultural art, maybe do your hair purple, YouTube will seriously promote that video. Toss in some puppies, toss in some happy music, toss in some diverse images from people around the world. Maybe close it out with everybody holding hands at the end of the video with some puppies. There you go. It's a winning strategy, huh?
Seriously, can you stop playing the victim for 5 fucking seconds? Jesus Christ, you go on and on about how feminists are always playing the victim, and how feminism is a victim cult. But just listen to yourself. You think there's a feminist conspiracy to keep male-made content down? As much as I hate, no, despise, Paul Joseph Watson, I give him credit for being able to reach an audience. His videos are doing fairly well. A man who is basically a British war corpse has nearly 1 million subscribers. TJ Kirk, another person I can't stand, has over 1 million subs. Your kind of content is doing just fine. And if we're talking about content made by any man, PewDiePie has 50 million subscribers, and is the most subscribed channel on YouTube. While Jenna Marbles, with her 17 million subscribers, is 23rd. As far as most viewed videos, Gangnam Style, created by a man, has nearly 3 billion views. The most viewed video by a woman is Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, which has 2.1 billion views. And unlike Psy, it's hard to count Taylor Swift as a YouTuber.
Except it's worse than, the contrived mainstream narrative, right? Where they're telling you that there's nothing greater than corporate America. The dumbing down of YouTube. I'm seriously considering opening up, another channel, the puppy channel. Just go around to, to the malls and to the pet stores and take video of puppies and kittens and just run it.
Then do it. But don't come crying to me when you find it doesn't instantly take off, like pandering to a bunch of angry white male gamers does. You have almost 30,000 subscribers, and get several thousand views per video, bitching about feminism. Most people who make videos you think are super successful are lucky to see 1/10 of what you have.
Do a video like that every day. About 15, 20 minutes with some nice music playing in the background. That's it. Maybe talk about the good weather. You know what I mean? Talk about the places around the country where there's good weather, and don't ever talk about any places where there's any bad weather. And if you don't do that, mainstream media is not going to advertise. So it's a question of sensibilities.
You're rambling like Diet Teal Deer about literally nothing, and I'm falling asleep. Be thankful for your subscriber base, because I'm dumbfounded that 30,000 people are entertained by this.
It's what you think is important, what you want to focus on. So the limiting narrative that the mainstream legacy media is basically the creators of, but also limited by, are now being put upon alternate media advertising, which is a great way to advertise. It really is. Concentrating on who, you get to know if the person is actually watching your ad. Like if you were the advertiser, coming at it from that point of view. You get to know who watches your ad, who clicks on your ad. You get to target your ad to a particular age group, to a particular geography. If they don't watch your ad, you don't have to pay for it. The advertising model is 100 times better than the advertising model for mainstream media.
So, YouTube's ad revenue system is good because it's better than mainstream media? Wait, I thought you were saying it was bad. What was the point of this video?
And nobody in the world would think that, just because somebody like that is advertising on a particular channel, that they support the ideas on that video. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to think that. And there it is. That's exactly what I'm saying to you. People with an IQ between, 85 and 90. Is that an idiot? Does that person qualify as an idiot?
I don't think you should insult your own fan base like that. I know they're not very bright, but you don't have to rub it in their faces like that.
And you understand that even by asking these questions in this way, that my video gets punished, right? So, but if I'd have said, puppies are great, kittens are great, there's really good weather over here, that would be okay. So understand, where we're headed with that. What that type of censorship is going to do to the message and to the information that's, going to be available to you.
Nobody is being censored. Not putting ads on your video isn't censorship. Isn't it funny how the same people saying that LGBT content being age-restricted is best for the kids who might be exposed to the horror of learning that not everyone is straight, and that it's okay for men to love men and women to love women, are the same ones saying that mere demonetization is some kind of censorship? This was affecting feminists long before it was affecting anti-feminists.
And understand why. So I'm going to leave it at that for now.
That whole video was... wow, what the fuck did I just watch? That was literally the most pointless ramble fest of a video I have ever seen. And I've seen some doozies over the years. As much as I dislike Charming Man 93, he at least tries to make a point when he rambles on for 50 million years about nothing. This video was just a mess in every sense of the word. But he put in just enough blatant misogyny to remind us that he's a MGTOW and he hates women. After seeing this disaster of a video, it's no wonder the MGTOW community failed, even in the easiest market in the world.